Camping in campsite number 17. This campground's really nice. We'll have some neighbors tonight. I was kind of surprised to see that because I've been here a couple of times and I've rarely ever seen anybody here. But that's okay. Neighbors are good. This is a really nice trail. I was surprised, to find a LCRA park that had these nice trails. Well developed, maintained. I'd say this is a moderately easy trail. It's not an easy trail, but certainly isn't that hard either. There's a few ups and downs, just enough to get your blood moving. Mostly shaded. It's a beautiful trail. Enjoying it. First part of this trail is called the Wild Turkey Trail. And it goes up here and dead ends or intersects with the Cottontail Trail. This is where the Wild Turkey intersects with Cottontail. So that's the Wild Turkey path coming up. That's one way on Cottontail. It's a loop. And this is the other way. So we're going to go that way. This section can get tricky. It tricked me last time. Trail looks like it's continuing that way, but if you look up, you see the arrow and it's pointing back this way. So that's fine, you can go that way. I think that's called Coyote Crossing or something like that. And it's okay, it's just shorter. But we gotta go that way. We came from down there. This trail is used by hikers, mountain bikes, and horses. So, just so you know the trail etiquette, hikers yield to horses. Bikes, they yield to the hikers and the horses. And horses don't have to yield. Everybody yields for a horse. So, but just to be safe, I go ahead and get out of the guy on the bike's way too, because he's traveling faster than I am. So, if you ever wonder, Sometimes they put that info on the signs. Good to know. Once you're up on top of this hill on this cottontail loop, it's a really easy trail. It's flat, really wide, level, no rocks. It's an easy trail. They do a lot of bike riding on this trail, so you know, I guess that's why it's easier, more level. That was one big tree that fell over. Wow. So the age-old question is, did it make a noise? I'm guessing yes. Well, you really got to pay attention on these trails. Somehow I got off of on Cottontail Loop, and now I'm on Coyote Crossing. And you know, it pretty much goes the same place, and it's a pretty trail, but just got to kind of pay attention as you're going, because some of these trails can be confusing. Even All Trails didn't pick it up. Hey, a couple of big old dogs just came visited me. The other one went through those trees somewhere. There they go. Looked like they were well taken care of. I don't see any owners with them. I guess they're just out exploring like I am. Yeah, it kind of brings up a little bit of an idea or thought when you're out here walking by yourself. Trail safety, you know. A lot of times I carry a little mace pepper spray container, because I've been attacked by dogs before, and it's scary. You know, you got to think about it, I guess. That's one of the reasons I always carry a big stick also, is just somewhat a little bit of force protection. I guess you could always carry a firearm with you, which I generally do when I'm camping, but I don't when I'm hiking a lot of times, because I just don't like the added weight. But to each his own. If somebody may want to carry it, if some don't. But well, I just finished the little hike over the Wild Turkey to Cottontail Loop. Made a little sidetrack and got off and did the Coyote Crossing, which it just cuts in between the Cottontail Loop. So didn't really lose anything, but it didn't make a long hike as I wanted. It ended up being about 2.5 miles. Not bad. It was a fun little hike. Real pretty. Saw those dogs running around. That kind of scared me. They were big. It would have been a challenge to fend them off. Anyway, I got back to my campsite here. I've got here at the Grelle Recreation Area, site number 17. I'll give you a full tour here in a little bit. It's a nice setup, nice big tent pad, concrete picnic table, fire ring, lantern hook, all your normal campground stuff, but it's a really nice park. I don't know, all that back there, when Lake Travis has water in it. This park is supposed to be on the lake. And that would be water down there, all that. So, unfortunately, it's been a dry couple of years and there's no water in Lake Travis hardly. From the top of that hill over there, you can see water way back over there. So mainly just in the main channel of the Colorado River is where the water is. Lake Travis is extremely low. And a lot of these hill country lakes are that way right now. It's just, we've had record amounts of rainfall this week, but it's not enough. It needs a lot more. But I'm gonna get camp set up. It's a beautiful park. I'm hoping to have a really nice setup. I think I'm gonna try something a little different this time. We're gonna, instead of setting up a tent or my truck tent, I think I'm gonna attempt to hang my hammock right there and sleep in my hammock this time. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll get back to you and let you know. I hate it when people do that, when they say, okay, so, and yeah, I'll get back to you. I hate it when people do that. I'm not doing it. Well, as you can see, there's a concrete picnic table, barbecue grill, double lantern hook, very nice. Have the fire pit, and a very nice large tent pad, gravel, crushed granite, whatever you call it. But it is big and level. A lot of trees, a lot of shade here. So this is the hammock. We're all set up. This is the Sun Year hammock with bug net. This is a bug net. And it's a double hammock. You can see it's got a pouch just to put everything in. It all stores in there. I paired it with the One Wind underquilt. Is all this One Wind underquilt, and also I have the One Wind hammock tarp. This thing is really a nice tarp. It'll close down around the hammock if you want to, you know, close it off if you got rain or something coming in, or just need to make more of a shelter out of it. Really nice tarp. I've got it set up, I guess what you would call the porch mode. So I've got my little awnings that pulled out like this, so if I wanted to, I could sit up under here and be shaded or covered. Don't really need it right now though. These doors, you can see how they're pulled back right now, but you can close these off if you have bad weather. So that's my hammock set up. I do have a sleeping pad in here. Might be overkill, but my idea of thinking is that it might help spread the hammock so it won't feel so claustrophobic. And you know, of course I'll have my sleeping bag. I think the lows are going to get down in about the 20s tonight, maybe upper 30s. So it shouldn't be too bad. I slept in it before. It got down to 28 degrees and I was really warm. So that's the hammock set up. I'm going to go ahead and finish setting up camp. It's not much more to do really with that. I've got that set up. Gotta get my fire going. Gotta have a fire. Got the camp set up, got the fire going. Have my little propane desk tabletop heater. I think that'll be nice to have a little heat going when it gets a little chillier tonight. Don't know if you can hear it or not, but our big group of neighbors are got a really nice party going on. It'd be really peaceful if that wasn't going on. Brings up a good question though. You know, do you come camping to relax and have peaceful quiet and nature, or do you come out for a a party? You know, it's I guess it's just how you look at things. It's you know, if I wasn't alone, I've had 3 or 4 or 5 people here. I'm sure we'd be all talking and having a good time, and you know, probably throwing cornhole like they're doing, and probably have some music going. You know, who knows? So it's hard to judge people. But you know, when you see a solo camper out like I am, which most of the time I'm solo camping, you know, is it disrespectful to blare your music that the whole campground has to listen to, or is it okay? What's your opinion? Comment below and let me know. Real neat tarp. Pretty good setup. Nice day. So when you're solo camping, one of the things you need to consider is camp security. You know, sometimes you're all alone in a campground and you don't know if somebody's going to come walking up out of all that from you. You don't know. You know, then sometimes you got a group of about 30 people having a big party next to you. Either way, you don't know. You know, maybe one of these guys gets drunked up tonight, wants to come over and pay a visit. So camp security is an issue for me, and I like having security. So, you know, one things I do, I use these motion detector lights. Get them at Harbor Freight. They're really cheap, battery operated. I put one on each side of my truck. For this today, I went ahead and mounted this one over here in this tree. That way, if one of the yahoos over there decides they want to come pay a visit, then, you know, at least it may not do anything but just light it up and let me know someone's here. So I have those. Also, I have these little motion detector lights, solar powered. And what they do, they'll just give me some light on the ground, really. You know, for that way I can see where I'm walking. But I have another light set up over here to cover this area in case anybody wants to walk up from back here. I have a motion light here. So if anybody comes through here, it'll light. All it does is turn the light on. You know, it doesn't make a sound or anything, but it'll turn a light on, and you know, maybe that'll be a deterrence. And again, maybe it'll just let me know someone's coming. And then on the back side of the camp, I also have another motion light. So if anybody comes up through here, it will light it up. Now, I don't know if you could hear it or not, but there's a noise being made. That noise. That is actually in my tent. In this case, my hammock. And what this is driveway alarm. It's a driveway alarm. And you can set this on high or low. It's battery operated. And the sensor is over there on the table. So if anyone walks anywhere between my hammock and this area, it's going to alert me. And if that happens, if I hear that noise in the middle of the night, this is what they see. Well, we're winding down the day here in the camp at the Grelle LCRA Park in Spicewood, Texas. Thought I'd have a little dinner tonight and doing something a little different. Normally I just kind of do a little backpack meal, but tonight I'm going to do a chicken dinner done in my skillet. So I pre-cut up some chicken thighs and marinated them already in some oil and seasoning, and I'm going to cook them up on my little gas burner grill. And I'm going to add some broccoli to it and some rice. So it should be a pretty good meal, more than I normally do. So did you hear my alarm go off? I don't know why it's going off. There's nothing there. False alarm. Well, we have a beautiful moon coming up tonight. You can see it coming up behind me. It's over my left shoulder there. Well, you know, I don't think I'm going to even add the rice tonight. I think I'm just going to go with chicken and broccoli. Well, it certainly looks good. Chicken thighs with broccoli and cheese. Super easy meal to cook on the camp. Just with a propane stove and a skillet. I mean, you could do this with anything. You could cook it on a campfire, or just camp stove, backpack stove, alcohol stove, whatever you want. But this is really easy to do. That is really good. Beautiful moon tonight. It's been a great day. Got to come over here and do some hiking, like 2.5 miles or so. Built up a nice campfire. Never tried the hammock before, so could be interesting. I mean, I've experimented with it, but this is my first real camp with the hammock. So well, now that it's getting dark, I thought we would do a little test to see how the security system's working. So I'll do a walk around and we'll see where it picks me up. That went pretty good. Well, it's about 7 o'clock. Sun comes up at 7:30. Slept pretty good last night. Started raining, sprinkling around 4 in the morning. Not real heavy, but just enough to wake me up. Anyway, the first hammock trip was a success. Thanks for watching.